Hi, so guys, today we are going to configure a router. This is a router. We're going to configure a switch. Another switch. Making it bolder so that we can see. It's going to be two different networks. With a PC. Another PC here. We're going to connect it with the cable. So we are using copper straight cable. Which is 0/ to the switch. Gigabit 0/1. Use another copper straight cable. So we are still using copper straight cable for the switch to the PC. Copper straight cable too. This is a two different network. So you see this link light here is red. Why this is green? It's because the network card of a PC is always on, while the interface of a router is always down. So we need to configure it for it to come up. So let's give it an IP address before we start the configuration. So this one should be 172.168. .10.2. So this should be 192.168.10.2. So it's going to be a /24 network. So save it /24. This two should be /24. /24. So now let's configure the router. This is CLI. Maybe do our configuration. We say no. So this is user exit mode. So routers, Cisco router and switches comes in user exit mode. So we have to enable it to go to privilege exit mode. In this mode we can only ping. Let's go to privilege exit mode. We have to enable this. Let me just go EN for shorts. EN. So this is privilege exit mode, where we only run show command and then move to global configuration mode. So we are going to do CONCNT as the short form of configure terminal. So we are now going to configure the physical interface of the router. Let's start with P0/0. Let's see. Okay, this is P0/0 is in 9192. So we're going to say IP add 192.168.identifies where the device belongs. The network portion identify where the So we are going to give you the subnet mark. In /24 network, the subnet mark is 255.255.255.0. So this subnet mark divides this IP address into two portions. So 192.168.10 belongs to the network portion. These two now belongs to the host portion. So the network portions identifies which network the device belongs, while the host portion specify the device within the network. So we are going to do no shots to bring up our interface. So let's see. Okay, now it's now on. So let's go to G0/1. Interface G0/1 IP add 172.168.10.2. See the same subnet mark because it's in /24 network. We're going to say no shots to bring the interface up. So let's see. Okay, now the interfaces are now on. So we're going to the switch now. So when it comes to switch configuration, we are not using the physical ports because the physical ports of a switch is only meant to receive and forward frame locally using MAC address. So if you want this switch now to leave its network to the other network, we need to give it a management IP address. So we are going to say interface VLAN 1. This interface VLAN acts as a logical port. So without this, the switch cannot leave its local network. So we are going to give it, we can now give it IP add which network, let's see where it belongs.